Welcome back everybody, my name is Eltimar and we are going to be continuing our Let's Play of Sunless Sea. Where we left off last time, we were headed back to London to repair. I actually decided just to come straight to Scrimshander to continue our quest, I guess. We're going to accept the price and dock, and now we are going to go to the Stage of History. We need to trade for time in the vaults. In preparation, I bought 15 sacks of coffee, so we have lots and lots of time down there, hopefully. Really, that's what we want, just all the time we can possibly get to find this person. So I'm gonna grab... You know what, I'm just gonna use it all. I don't even care at the moment. 5 more. 4 more. 3 more. 2 more. 1 more. That was a lot of coffee, that was a lot of money worth of coffee. But we're ready to go. Alright, here we go, into the vaults. We're looking for a specific person in the archives. Delve into the Ivory Archives. The monks grudgingly allow you to enter, but warn you that staying longer than your allotted time will incur significant penalties. They refrain from going into details, but you notice their bone quills are significantly larger and sharper than their fellows. So, we have 29 times. Narrow passages wind through the old city, shadowed, ever descending. You walk alone, except for the constant remains of those who came before you, each bearing their sad, small tales. They all end the same way. They all end here. Will you? We're to continue downwards. We succeeded in a challenge. Hearts falter. We steel ourselves before a dread visage. History's horrors are too numerous to count, especially when the results are so difficult to face directly. We succeeded at the Hearts challenge and gained a tale of terror. You've seen worse, you've had worse done to you. In fact, you've probably done worse to others, but only to those who deserved it. We can continue down a straightforward challenge. We have gone even further. We are now delving into the past. New total 3. Heroism debunked. My master's name is cheered throughout the land, but none must know of his terrible secret. Definitely no saint. Oh my. Such things are simply not done, especially not to a leper colony, although one assumes it would make it easier. Grim. Bury the Chalonit's unwanted past? Here, the muscular monk calls out to you. The wall is crumbled, revealing a once sealed vault. This will become the tomb of this cargo of lies. Or we can unearth a heroic tale. Deep within a forgotten corner, a grinning skeleton bears a catalogue of extraordinary deeds. The Chalonit's champions are bound to be interested. Let's bury their unwanted past. The walls have crumbled, revealing an old vault. It is narrow like a cloister of bone. The muscular monk hauls the cargo inside. I shall make my vigil here. Wall me up once I'm within. Inside you can see other casks similar to the cargo. A skeleton sprawls before each, or a mouldering corpse. How many times have the Chalonits buried this secret? I'll wall him in. I now have to return to the Chalonit chronologist in Scrimshander. You begin to wedge bones into the hole. You arrange long bones like bars to provide central structure, then you surround them with vertebrae, slotting them neatly together. Where a gap remains, you pout bone meal into it. The last you see of the monk, he has laid a ragged blanket over the cargo of answers and is sitting silently upon it, head bowed. The last of the bones grind into place. He is gone. We continue downwards. Identify unusual remains. This far down you should expect anything, but the carved remains of a rubbery man will always be a little surprising. A different sort of history. It hasn't got many bones proper, but its calcified tentacles bear inscriptions in an unrecognizable language. As you study the writing, one tentacle crumbles, revealing a gleaming lump clutched to the poor thing's chest. Scintillac. We go down even more. We still have 24 times. Attacked by a mad monk. Oh dear. Turning a damp corner, you find a bedraggled monk. Her drowny eyes are wild, and she stands over the remains of one of her fellows. She raises her flensing knife and lunges at you. We failed our challenge, which sucks, but her knife grazes your shoulder as you flee, but she is content to let you escape. The wet work of a flensing knife echoes through the hallways behind you. Apparently not all monks in Scrimshander are content to let history find victims at its own pace. We're gonna keep going down. More unusual remains. We got another Scintillac. Ambition. Explore the Stygian repository. The ivory fades. The chambers here are carved from the blue-black bones of some of the worst monsters of the deep. Okay. The repository is filled with statues carved from the same black bone as the walls, the ceiling, the floor. This statue exalts over the body of a fallen foe. This one drags itself up a shingled slope. This one is a child, with the bleak eyes of an old man. The floor is carpeted in thick, dark bone dust. You move deeper into the serried population of statues. Wait, that one is not a statue, it's a woman, observing you with intelligent eyes. She wears a dusty apron. One hand holds a delicate brush, the other a thin, gleaming chisel. Miriam. Her skin is the exact black blue of the bone walls. She brushes dust from her apron. A small copper kettle steams on the floor at her feet, emitting a sharp, nutty odor. Every surface of the chamber, a tessellation of cemented bones, is engraved. Among the threading scrawl, certain phrases repeat. Remember the wax wind. It will find you. I am a candle. Wind, wax, wind. Wax, wind, wax. Give her Litton's locket. I think you must be lost, she says, before you show her the locket. She takes it thoughtfully. She listens as you describe your ambition. The locket turns over and over in her hands. Her eyes are dark, fathomless. When you are finished, something stirs in them. Immortality, true immortality without tricks or compromise, resides in Nida. We can help you. Yes, we failed once, but failure hones, it hardens. Help me take Nida, and you will have all the life you could ever live. But to get to it, we must restore the 7 against Nida. So we need a financier, propagandist, a guide, a commander, a fleet captain, and a healer. Let's follow her to the Hall of Sevens. Come, lots to do. Learn about the 7 and how to find them. Okay, that'll help. I'm gonna bring up a notepad, because I'm sure this is going to be very interesting and important. I made them, Miriam tells you, to help me remember. The guide. The dust puffs about your feet as you approach the black bone statue of a gentleman with a capricious forehead and a discerning scowl. Lorenzo. Alright, an explorer from the surface who came down here to be the first to climb the mountain. The Nidaean drove him away. I recruited him. He charted the interior for us, plotted the course of our armies. Now, he fled into the north, where I've heard he maintains a lighthouse. Lorenzo. Bracket. Lighthouse. Sorry for the quick cut there. We're gonna do the propagandist next. She remembers Bourdain better than the others. We were confidants. He was a Frenchman, and in his day a member of the Revolutionaries' Calendar Council. He wrote pamphlets and placed bombs. I could not say which were more incendiary. Her smile is fond. If the worst came to worst, he meant to hide in Frostfound, but the ice spires swallowed him. Years ago, I sent an agent to retrieve him, but their vessel was lost. Prey to pirates, I think. Or wreckers. A financier. She gropes for his name. For a moment, Litton. He was more than our financier. He was our courage. He inspired us when we faltered. You remind her that he wants no further part in the endeavor. Yes, but he has told us who should replace him. She opens the locket. The face of the fierce philanthropist looks out. So she's the person we need? The soldier. Miriam examines the words she once carved on the statue's plinth. Yes, Rosina's cousin. He was one of the Presbytero's border guards, the Gracious. But they discharged him when he allowed an explorer access to the interior. An explorer, she taps her teeth, thinking, Lorenzo? Afterwards, Batuk became a mercenary and joined our number. He'd had enough of discipline. He will have sought a place of freedom. Okay. I'll look for him. The captain. I remember that he was the first I recruited to my scheme, Miriam says. He was a scion of the Tiamen, injured in a battle against my homeland. I saved his life. My father was not pleased. Eric seized the Polythreme vessels we needed to navigate the Red River. He commanded our fleets. After our defeat, he planned to go to Hideaway. He said he had an idea. The captain... No, we already did the captain. We just did the captain. Healer. Our healer, Rosina. She was the abbess at the hospital in Adams Way, and petitioned Nida on several occasions to afford her patients additional time. The Nidahean ignored her. I did not. Miriam rubs her temples, struggling to remember. She contracted a condition of her own. If she survived, it will be because she has found somewhere calm and clear and hard. And the last one, the schemer. To remind me what I was, she says, before the Fathom King changed me, before I began to forget. She looks at the replica of herself, chewing her lip. I look certain, don't I? Confident. I wonder if that was true, or if I made it up. So now we know about the 7. Some of the 7 may be beyond our reach. Miriam can suggest likely replacements. Okay. We need a strategic information if we want to switch people. Okay, good to know. We can offer her intelligence. Oh, if we want to change people. Okay. Ask who she is. Why is she here? She was a schemer. What does she know of the Presbyter? The College of Mortality accords them eternal life, and when a Presbyter tires of the throne or reigns 1,000 years, they give up the title and join the college. Thus everything remains the same. The old Presters choose new ones. The new ones join the old. Okay, good to know. Well, let's leave. We have to go find some people. You know the way now, and we'll be able to return more easily. You can now travel to the Stygian repository directly from Scrimshander Center. We don't even need more things, apparently. Let's leave Scrimshander. We're departing. We have to leave behind something. We're not leaving behind vitality, warmth, tangible. What's tangible? We're not losing another finger. We'll give him a hunting trophy. Who cares about hunting trophies? We have 3 of them anyways. Alright, so we know where some of the people are, definitely. Some of them we don't know. So the first one's at a lighthouse in the north. What lighthouse is in the north? None? No, it can't be Nuncio. The Ragged Crow? That doesn't sound right. Wither Codex? The Shepherd Isles, perhaps? Station? No, it can't be Station 3. What I might do between videos is go explore around, so I think we're going to pause here. I'll go explore, I'll see if I can find it. From there, we'll continue on and we'll try to find everybody. Yeah, that sounds like a good plan. Like always, if you have any suggestions or comments, please leave them below. Otherwise, I'll see you all next time. Take care.